Hello FTC teams, this is Team 7307 with a CAD video. We'll be showing you today how to use CAD and its basics. So, a little intro to CAD. As our team did not use CAD for its rookie year, we had a big regret because we spent way too much time on building our prototypes rather than building our final model, which we could have been doing on CAD itself, where we could have seen our robot straight on the screen. So without further ado, let's go straight into how to use CAD. So first of all, you need a CAD software. There are two that we know of, either Creo or Autodesk Inventor. Our team found Autodesk Inventor a little easier, so that's what we'll be using in today's tutorial. So you'll have to open up Autodesk Inventor. Once you click Autodesk Inventor, you'll come to this page, where you'll have to click Assembly. Once you click Assembly, you'll find yourself in another screen with a blank page. Here, I want you to stop and I want you to go to an internet browser. Here, I want you to go to the FTC page, which we'll post the links for in the description. Once you come here, I want you to go to Team Resources. Once you do that, I want you to go to FTC Kits, Kit Parts, and Field CAD Drawings. Here you will find Download All CAD Models. Once you start downloading all CAD models, I would want you to put it somewhere where you'll find it later. For now, we'll be putting it on the desktop. We'll wait until this comes to a finish. Alright, so now that the download is over, I want you to click this down arrow and press Show in Folder. Now remember clearly where this is. For me, it's in Bootcamp C in Downloads. So once you know clearly where it is, I want you to click Extract File. That way you'll be able to see the content of what's in the file. Alright, so let's move the file that has been unzipped to a place that's easily accessible. For me, it would be the desktop. So once you throw it into the desktop, let's go straight to AutoCAD. Alright, so a little side note is that our background for our team is blue because we find it a little more comfortable, but for you, it will be gray. So don't worry about that. Don't think it's a little bug or anything. So as we've said before, click on Assembly, and once you've clicked Assembly, go straight, you'll find here. So now that we know where our files are to get our pieces, let's go to Place, where you can get these pieces into your assembly. Once you click Place, a file compartment will show up. So go to the place where you placed that big file, which for me would be in desktop, called FTC Tetrix Chaos Block Party. So once you click here, let's use Tetrix Kit, and we want you to use two numbers or two files for this tutorial. Your first one will be a motor, which is 739083. So let's go to 739083. Once you find that, click Motor, and it will take a little while to show up. So if this file shows up, just click OK. There's nothing wrong. And once you have this, it will start moving around with wherever you push your cursor. So, click the left button. Once you do that, another one will pop up. Here, click your right tool. And once you click your right tool, click the button Cancel, or you can just click Escape. Once you do that, let's get your second piece, which is 739089. So once again, let's go to where we placed that file, which would be in my desktop. here, find 739089. And once again, this little box shows up. Just click OK. And there you go. You have your two pieces that you'll need to learn the basics of CAD. Okay, so now that you have these two objects, it will be really easy to learn CAD. But first of all, you'll need to learn how to navigate around your two objects. There's the scroll button, where you can use to scroll up and down and see where your objects are. So, if it's really far away from you, just focus in on where it is and go straight to it. But for example, what if it's so far away, I don't know where it is anymore? Then go to this little cube thing and click the home button. And it will go straight to your objects in a nice orientation. And what if you want to look at it in a different direction, like you want to access a different part of the piece? Then just use this cube and you can move it around. Or you can press parts of the cube that you want to use. You can press the back, you can press the side here, and all that kind of stuff to see everything about that thing. So let's go back to where we want to go, home. Also, you can move this by using the shift button and the mouse button. Once you click that, you can move around like this, any way you want really. And if you want to just move side to side, just click the mouse button and go like that. Easy way to crop your screen. So now that's done, let's go to the home button. Where here, we'll learn the basics of constraints. You've noticed so far that your pieces probably can move right now, which is pretty annoying. You don't want your pieces to move when you're building a robot. You want them to stay glued together. So here is where CAD will really come to help, called constraints. Constraints are what constrains your pieces basically, where they make them not move. They make them stick together. Alright, so without further ado, your first step you want to do, well, there are two constraints first of all. There's mate and flush. Mate is where you take two planes and you make them go straight against each other, while flush is where there are two planes and you make them go on the same plane. Now remember, there's a big difference here, and we'll show you why there's a big difference. So the first thing you'll want to do is click mate. Once you click mate, choose the parts of the object that you want to mate. For example, here I want to put this motor into this. And when you have circular objects, you'll have a little axis showing up like this. So just click this, and once you see the axis, click the plane. And once you do that, click it here. And looky look, we have our little piece in the middle of the hub. And once you do that, make sure not to go on to your next constraint. It's very important that you click apply. Once the apply button is clicked, you'll see that now this is stuck inside here, but it can still move up and down in this piece, but it can't move her out. It can still go outside, but it's still in the same coaxial as the other axis. So now you want this little piece to stay stuck to this other piece. So what you want to do here is flush, a very important constraint. So if you lost your constraint thing, click constraint and you'll come back to this. Click flush. Once you click flush, you want to make this plane and this plane on the same plane. So just click that. This and this. And looky look, we have our two pieces on the same plane, and once you click apply, they're moving together now. And there you go. That's the basics of CAD really. It will come to be a little complex, and every now and then it will get really frustrating. You'll not find the difference between flush and mate. But don't worry, it all comes with experience. So, thank you, and please subscribe.